there are two main goals of having these fines. The first is reducing crime, and the second is having equality in front of the law. And we're going to explain in both the clashes happening in this debate. First of all, why our side will cause less crime to happen tomorrow, and the second, the most important thing, why is equal justice the most important principle in this debate, and how it is achieved only on our side. So first of all, I'll go to a little bit of rebuttal to what we just heard about harming rich people and how they're going to be affected by it. So look, the rich people are not always model citizens, as to the same level that poor people are not always criminals. So we don't see the huge delta of harming them, or yes, we have a law and it should be, it should actually, if there's a fine in the law, it should be, it should be done. So going to my first point, going to my main point of equal justice and why it's achieved only when fines are proportional. So we get first opposition's case about the blind law and how everyone should be punished the same. What we're saying is what you're suggesting is the exact opposite of the same punishment. What's the idea of fine? I get this sort of punishment, this cash punishment, I get to pay some amount, and it supposedly hurt me enough to make me not want to do this again. So it should be something that's I shouldn't get to debt because I parked on a sidewalk once, but I shouldn't be fine with that. It shouldn't be money I don't care about. So the whole idea is getting this amount of money that I will care enough to change my ways and not enough to actually hurt me. It's this small punishment in a law. What you're giving is a state where some people get it too much. Some people are punished way more than they deserve, and some people are punished to the level they don't even care about. They get this, they don't feel the same. So you're saying you're reducing crime by saying it's all equal and everyone is the same in front of the law, but no, you're actually causing a situation where where the way you define the law, it's less harming to someone else. So some people really don't care for this fine, and you know what? If it's more convenient to me to speak now, I'll do it because I don't really care about this small amount of money. And what you're causing is a situation where people understand. Some people get to the feeling that they're above the law. You created a situation where some people where both sides feel the inequality. Some people understand that the law is really against them because it's not fair, that something that I'm not responsible, and that's an important point. People do not choose to be rich or poor. People do not, it's usually not something that it's not my actions that caused it, it's not something that I actively did. So you're actually punishing people for something they're not responsible for, which is exactly the opposite of justice. Now let's talk about why government has an authority to punish us. Why does a policeman has an authority to stop me and give me a fine? That comes because of the fact that we live in a country that has certain laws, that has an idea of how community should function, how things should go, and they have this power over us to keep society functioning. Now, and to keep a law that everyone is equal behind. Now, once there's no equality in front of the law, then people just then all the government's legitimacy to punish people, to take money, to the legitimacy of a power is taken because this power is implemented in a way that's more harmful to some people than others. And the government should protect all the citizens in the same manner. So when we reach the state of some people getting really hurt by this motion and some people not really caring, we lose the legitimacy of giving this punishment. I don't see how this helps you at all. Now, and the principle of equal law is the most important thing here, because once we don't have that, once we don't have an equality in front of the law, we don't have the basic authority to act upon that. The whole system is based on equal law. Once, yeah, I'll take it.
The current system is based on punishing for the crime. What you're asking for is to punish the actual criminal for being just a criminal.
Okay. You're saying that giving someone a disproportional fine will somehow make it like punishing the criminal and not the crime. Now, what you're doing is making some criminals more you hurt some criminals more than others. We're saying that we're talking about faults that happen throughout society, and what you're causing is a situation where where two people can do the same thing, and one of them will get this small punishment that he doesn't really care about and won't move them to do anything, and the other will get a huge fine that he can't afford, as explained here. So what we should, this situation where two people get a very different punishment, and yes, it's different because it's perceived different, and the punishment should be considered like towards who is punished, because as we showed you, different people perceive it in different ways, and the harm caused is different. So the equality in front of the law is damaged on your side. What we show you is, we give you the most important thing here, the principle of equal law. And once you break that, you don't have even the legitimacy to give the fine, because society's laws are based on the idea that we're all equal in front of the law. And we showed you that it's best achieved when fines are proportional, so we call you to propose. Thank you.